What up, Mikey's crew? It's your good friend Michael here. We're at the 2017 Peacock Strut down here in Portage. We're at Celery Flats. I mean, before we get started talking about the whole race and everything, I just want to say this is probably one of my favorite 5K races of the year. Not because, and I mean, I love all the races I do, but I mean, this is just one that I like. It's one of like the first ones I did. It's it's in a nice area. It's a really nice course. You get to take part in the Bicentennial Trail. The race is in the fall. It's just beautiful always for this race. It always seems like. There's been a couple times when there's been chances of rain, but they stopped like right before the 5K. I remember there was like one time there was a thunderstorm, but it stopped before the 5K, and then there was a downpour and it stopped right before the 5K. The 10Kers had to deal with it, but the 5Kers luckily didn't.
I remember it was so wet and cold.
Yeah. I remember one time it was like really cool for this race. I mean, it was like, maybe in the 50s for the race. We're in the 60s today. It's a little humid out. No wind though. Bright and sunny. It's going to be an awesome day. So I'm bib number 130 for today's race. No, I didn't get a t-shirt this year. I registered a little late, so I got an older one. They did let me take an older one, and Kathleen ended up getting that. It's a 2015 Peacock Strut shirt. It's also a technical t-shirt like this, and it's bright yellow, so she'll be able to easily be seen if she ever wears the shirt. So anyways, with the course, we start up this way. If you can see through the tree line where the cars and all the people are going, we start up there on Kingston. And then we'll come down the street, we'll come down the hill, we'll make what for you is going to look like a left, but it's for us it's a right. We end up making a loop, heading out onto Romance, then we turn left and we'll pick up the Bicentennial Trail, we'll go around a little corner, hit the trail, we'll actually run through a tunnel, and we'll go out and make it like a paperclip turn. So the first mile is going to be on Romance. The second mile is basically right before we make a paperclip turn, and then we head back on the trail toward where we just came off of the road. Are you not focusing on me?
Yeah.
Just kidding around. But anyways, then we're actually going to pass other 5K runners and walkers as we head back through the tunnel, and then we'll head toward the finish line, which is directly actually right behind me.
See where the crowd is?
It's directly right behind me over this way. That's where the 10K is actually finishing up right now. So if you want to do the 5K and the 10K, you could. Hey Joe, what's up, man? So yeah, 5K. Hey, look! Boy, everybody's trying to do this to me today, aren't they? So anyways, yeah, 10K finishes up over there. 5K is also going to finish up over there too. We head over like a little bridge, and then basically from there it's about 2/10 of a mile, 3/10 of a mile to the finish line. They'll have mile markers on the course, so everything will be nice and marked out there too. So I'm looking today to probably run 635 miles,
635,
which should put me around 20. I think it's like 2020 to 2025 if I've got it. Let's see, 18, 19, 30, 1945. About 2025 to 2030, I think, for my time. If the course is marked out correctly, which I think this one always is marked out correctly. So we shouldn't have a problem with that. So 2025 to 2030. Last two races, I basically ran 640 pace each time, which I should have been running 635 last race since I kind of conquered that at Roadhog already. So yeah, we're looking for quarter mile splits. I'm looking for 139 splits, so 139 and then like a 318, a 457. That's at the quarter, half mile, and 3/4 of a mile mark, and then that's 635 right at the mile mark. And then hopefully start picking off runners in the second and third mile and bringing it home hard like I have been for the other races. So Kathleen's going to stand down actually at the end of the road here and film us as we come down Kingston, and then she'll get us at the finish line as well. So looking forward to a great day here at the Peacock Strut.
They started out quick, holy cow. I think they're gonna burn themselves out. There you go, Scott. Go, Scott!
Thank you.
Here comes Michael!
Okay, Michael!
Michael, run! Here comes the runners. Yeah. Hey, Bonnie, go get him. And it keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Hey, runners.
Yeah, they'll just let this mile and a half.
Michael, come on! Run, Michael! Run, Michael! Run, Michael!
Marie Dillon, your second place female finisher.
Run, big guy, run!
Michael Loudon right behind,
Yeah, boy!
followed by Morris Applebay.
Peacock Strut, well, sort of a success for me, I guess you could say, back with the recap now. So there were definitely some things that did not go very well, actually, for the race, the 5K race today. The start guy needs to have a better megaphone, first off. Like, let's just say he was getting ready to start it, and then all of a sudden he delayed it because there were still people walking up. And, and then he was trying to get our attention, but we weren't even paying attention, and all of a sudden he counted down, blew the horn, and we were off. And it's like, okay, that's great, surprise start. But first off, when it hits 9:30, you should start it anyways, not wait for others. I mean, it's a chip time, they can get up there and they can start. And it's like, if it's supposed to start at 9:30, start it at 9:30, don't delay it. And so with the surprise start, like, we get going, and I thought I hit the button to start my watch, and I looked down about 1/10 of a mile in, or I didn't know it was a 1/10 of a mile at that time. I just knew by the end of the race it was a 1/10 of a mile. But I looked down, my watch isn't going. I'm like, well, that's great. That is not good news for me, because if I wanted to pace myself, now it's going to be a lot harder to do that. So, like, I was just like, okay, let's just go based on what we're going right now. And my times for the first quarter and a half were all faster than what I wanted to be. Like, I was basically around a 1:30 first quarter, and I'm putting that in quotation marks because it wasn't my first quarter, obviously. But it was like all faster than what I wanted, which I was not too thrilled about, because I didn't want to end up going too fast at the start. Then, so I'm just trying to tell myself, okay, relax, stay calm, don't let the humid weather bother you, don't let the fast paces bother you. And so my watch goes off once I reached a mile, and it was said 6:32, and I'm like, okay, well, I wanted to do 6:35 pace, so we're around it. Probably started too fast though, like I said. Second mile, 6:36. I'm like, okay, well, we're still doing quite well here. And I caught this lady that was in front of me, who's usually typically a little bit faster runner than me. So I thought, well, if I maybe stick with her the 3rd mile instead of trying to just go around her, you know, maybe we can still hit the same time for last mile. Nope. We slowed down my last mile. It read 6:57. So that that was my mistake. I should have just went around her instead of trying to stick with her. And I probably wouldn't have got like around a 6:36, but maybe I could have got something maybe like a 6:45 or 6:40 maybe. Instead of slowing down, I could have been better time-wise. Overall, my time was 20:46, so it's faster than the last couple of races I've done. So it was like a 6:42 average. But because of that mistake I ended up doing of not starting my watch, it definitely cost me in the during the race. So we're going to try to do 6:35 pace again coming up at the Bronson Children's Hospital run. And this time, if I'm catching somebody at the 2nd mile mark, instead of just saying I'm going to stick with them, just keep going. That's what I need to do. Just keep going. And not make that mistake again. Because like I said, I feel like that was my mistake, was I was doing that. So next time, let's keep going. And I feel like I'll be better off. So, you know, I still took first in my age group. Here's the medal, by the way. That doesn't have anything on the back. But usually it's plaques, and this time it's medals. So, I mean, at least now I don't have to pin all these plaques on the wall, because they changed that up. But another mistake they ended up doing in this race was they had nobody by the 2-mile turnaround. And I know there'll be runners out there that will say, well, you need to know the course, you should know it. And I mean, they've done this event for how many years? This isn't a new event. And so it's not like they, you know, changed the course up. And it's been pretty much the same. Although I thought that when we were going out on the course, I really thought that it used to be once we went under the tunnel or through around the bend through the tunnel, that you would go left, go around the hairpin turn and come back, but instead it has to go right and has to go the other way. So I don't know if I remember last year they changed that, or if that was just this year they changed that, but no one was there at the 2-mile turnaround mark going around the hairpin turn. And so some people ended up going farther. And I know that I would not have been first place in my age group if some of those runners had went farther, because I know some of those runners that finished behind me in my age group were actually faster. So I kind of feel bad that I got first in my age group. So, because it really should have went to somebody else. Because coming into today's race, I was kind of wondering if I'm going to get a medal or if I was going to place in my age group because of that. Because there was all those fast runs in front of me, but I ended up finishing it, you know, first, which, you know, I'm happy that I got a medal, but I know that there were other runners that should have been in front of me that weren't, so I probably, at best, should have been maybe 3rd in my age group. Oh well, though, I mean, things happen. It's unfortunate for them. I do feel bad, and someone should have been at that turnaround spot, and so I know that they'll make sure that never happens again. But they shouldn't do start like that, and they need to have somebody that turn around. Otherwise, it was a beautiful day. It was a good day to run. Very little wind, a little humid, but overall, it was good to be out here. And I didn't say this, but you know, it's a pretty flat course. A couple of downhills, no major uphills, and I also didn't mention that starting with last week's race at the Grape Lake, that it was a start of a 4-race streak. So 4 races consecutively each weekend. So starting with Grape Lake, we did this. Bronson Children's Hospital's next weekend, and then we finished out with Kalamazoo Deacons Conference run KDC, and that'll be the end of the Kalamazoo runner season. So 20:46 was my time. Woohoo! Mom, you didn't park over here. I was gonna say your car's not here. So yeah, that's how I did today. 20:46, first in my age group. So drop a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and I want to thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe for more content. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description below. Until next time, this is Michael out and over and out. Mikey Street does the best. Take care. Oh, and my mom's back there. She came and watched me. And Kathleen, thanks for filming again.
Good job, Michael.
And coming and watching me as well. So we'll talk to you guys at the next race.